Habarigani, Mainduga Nadada. This is your brother, your elder, General Abu Amin Ra. My brothers and sisters, I need to lay something on you here. So you get carried away like some of our black politicians and some of our black intellectuals are. Now listen to this. I spent 10 years in a town called Evanston, Illinois. And I just read recently, Evanston and some town in South Carolina and a few other places are planning on giving blacks reparations in the form of monies to have repairs done on their homes and fixed up their homes and this kind of stuff. Listen, my brothers and sisters, this is not reparations by any definition whatsoever. Listen, let me tell you what reparations are. And we're going to have to sue the United States government and others, business institutions, executives, individuals, because they owe us reparations. First of all, what are reparations? In reparations, the slave master and his children must return what the slave masters and others today are stealing from us. Listen, for 285 years, we worked from sun up to sundown, at least 6 days a week. We worked in the house and we worked in the fields. But the point I want to make is this. We were never remunerated for the labor for 285 years, more or less. They stole so much labor from us that it caused the rise of capitalism. Listen to me now. Mississippi was the richest region in the world during our chattel enslavement. Think of all the money they made off of us. Yet we were never paid appropriately for that labor. It was stolen from us, taken from us. Think of the trauma we suffered. Post-traumatic slave syndrome and all that stuff. We are reacting to slavery because it's still in us, impressed on our minds, and our minds impressed on it, and our actions display it. Listen, my brothers and sisters, let me break this down for you one time here, and I hope you understand this. For reparations to occur in the United States government and others must return everything they stole from us and fix everything they broke in us. That's repair, that's reparations. Otherwise, there can't be any forgiveness, for how can you forgive somebody? You can do it verbally, but they shall not be forgiven when they still have what belongs to you in their pockets, in their banks, and in their giant corporations. So listen, my brothers and sisters. That little stuff the little cities are talking about in a couple of places, that's not reparations. That's not reparations. That's bringing us to parity, where we are supposed to be today, but reparations is repair and the return of what you've stolen from us illegally against our wills. And it's been estimated and put in books by white scholars. Listen to me now. They claim the United States government and others owe each black person in the United States that is a descendant of the people known as the slaves are due $1.5 million each, plus health care for life for a few generations, psychological treatment, physical treatment. Why do you think we suffer from blood pressure, high blood pressure? Because they fed us salt so that we could work in the fields, in the hot sands of Dixieland. Come on now, wake up. If you buy this notion that the monies Evanston and a few other cities are giving to blacks and that kind of stuff is reparations, then you are dumber than you think you are. You're totally brainwashed. That's not reparations. Reparations, again, is the return of what they stole from us and the fixing of what was broken in us by them. Nothing less, nothing more. That's what reparations are. And we'll do $1.5 million each. Each. Not to pay off student loans. $1.5 million each. Each student can pay off his own loans and start his own businesses. Come on now. But listen, one thing I think we should do, I think the biggest percentage of that money, we should put it all together to build up our black nation within the United States of America's geopolitical boundaries. Listen, my brothers and sisters, please wake up. Don't fall for the hype. I don't care whether they come from black intellectuals or white Democrats or white Republicans. You must use the mind the universe gave you to think logically. Think for yourself. Don't allow anybody else to speak for you. I don't care who they are. Each and every black person that is a direct descendant of the slaves in the United States, so-called slaves anyway, are due $1.5 million each plus free health care for life for 3 generations to clear our minds up, to get rid of this frustration. Do you understand what I'm saying, my brothers and sisters? I don't give a damn who the intellectual is. I don't care what position they hold in the government of the United States. That crap Evanston is giving you, that crap a few other towns are trying to give to us, that's not reparations. You'll do that anyway. Reparations is the paying up for their past misdeeds against us and to fixing the brokenness in us that it caused. Are you listening to me? That's what reparations are. Each individual, $1.5 million is his and her monies, derived from the blood of their ancestors. And they have a right to do it what they want to do with it. Fix a house or do whatever. It's theirs. It's reparations. At least half of it. Listen, my brothers and sisters, please wake up. Wake up. Use that gray matter in your skull between your 2 ears and think. Think critically. Think logically. Take what everybody is saying and weigh it all together and arrive at your own critical conclusion. Listen, reparations means the return of what they stole from us and the fixing of what they broke in us. Simple, isn't it? Of course it is. Don't be misled. All that labor they stole from us, that's why we are so behind with everybody else. They gave Europeans loans, land, to come here and settle in this country. Yet they don't want to pay us reparations. Now they're trying to put a con game on us through some of our black politicians and black intellectuals, so-called scholars. Listen, Uncle Tom can be a scholar too. Uncle Tom can also be a politician too. As a matter of fact, Uncle Tom can be a president also. Anyone who does not speak for the general core issue of reparation for black people, I curse you. Read a book. Do some thinking. That's no reparations that they're trying to lay on us. That's playing the mind game on you. Because you see, we're not mental slaves, most of us. Thanks to the ancestors. My consciousness is expanding beyond that. I have a Pan-African consciousness now. Listen, my brothers and sisters. Reparations means they must return what they stole from us and fix what they broke in us. Now, can you understand what reparations are? If you do, please tell those black politicians and those black scholars that's speaking for us that this is not reparations. Go to National Black Television, Black News Channel, it's called, on the internet, and see the crap some of them are talking. Talk about this is a start. This is not a start. The start is to admit and declare that you're going to pay us reparations. That's where it starts. Then the first step in the start is providing the reparations. The returning of what you stole from us and the fixing or repairing of what you've broken in us. I hope you have an understanding of what reparations is all about now. It's not about paying off back student loans. It's not about this, that, and the other. It's about each individual getting $1.5 million in free health care for life for 3 generations. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, my brothers and sisters? Use your mind. Think. Don't buy the empty words that flow from the flowing lips of some of our politicians and intellectuals. Think critically for yourself. I've just laid on you the truth of what reparations are about. Now, when the United States government declare they're going to pay reparations, I'm going to shout hallelujah. And I'm going to jump for joy when we get it. Because I know this will be a new beginning for us. We'll have the funds necessary to lift ourselves up economically, politically, socially, in this system of white supremacy and racism within the context of the United States of America. I hope you got something from this. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time for trying to make this video, and it's definitely a waste of your time for listening to it. Please learn from it. Once again, y'all, peace, and hold up to you, my Induga na Dada.